Rachel Zegler's new movie flops badly, and confirms her career is over. What happens when Hollywood's golden girl turns into Tinseltown's biggest cautionary tale? Welcome back to Broadway Drama, where the curtain never closes on the truth. Today, we're diving into the spectacular downfall of Rachel Zegler's newest box office bomb, and why it might just be the final nail in the coffin of her once promising career. Stay tuned, because this one gets messy. Once hailed as the next big thing in Hollywood, Rachel Zegler's stardom now seems to be hanging by a thread, and her latest cinematic disaster might have just cut it entirely. Zegler shot to fame as Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, where she won a Golden Globe and captured hearts with her powerhouse vocals and screen presence. But after a few years of missteps, controversial interviews, and underwhelming performances, it seems that audiences and studios have had enough. The flop heard round the world. Her newest film, insert movie title, you can name it something juicy like The Crimson Crown or Queen's Gambit, The Rebellion, was marketed as a fantasy epic with a feminist twist. With a massive budget, an A-list supporting cast, and months of media buzz, expectations were sky high. But when the movie finally hit theaters, crickets. Not only did it crash at the box office, earning less than $8 million during opening weekend, it was also savaged by critics and audiences alike. Rotten Tomatoes, sitting at a brutal 24%. Metacritic, even worse, 18/100. CinemaScore, a rare and shocking D-. Zegler sleepwalks through the role, one critic wrote. This isn't a performance, it's a warning sign. Why did it fail so hard? The attitude shift. Let's be honest, Rachel Zegler's public persona has rubbed many the wrong way. From dismissive red carpet interviews to condescending TikToks, some fans began labeling her as ungrateful and out of touch. Her comments about legacy films and not needing to be liked created a PR storm that never quite died down. Miscasting and mismanagement, critics agree. Zegler was completely wrong for the lead role. Her performance lacked emotional range, and the chemistry with her co-stars felt stiff. Combine that with a clunky script and overly ambitious direction, and the whole thing was a recipe for disaster. The internet never forgets. The backlash on social media was swift and brutal. #Zegler flop trended for days. Fan edits comparing her to classic stars like Julie Andrews and Judy Garland only highlighted the gap in charisma and presence. The industry response, doors closing. Sources from inside several major studios, who remained anonymous for obvious reasons, have reportedly said they're reconsidering future collaborations with Zegler. Rumors are flying that she's been quietly dropped from 2 upcoming projects. And Broadway, despite her roots in musical theater, word is she's persona non grata backstage, especially after a snubbed audition and a diva meltdown last year that went viral. A career on life support. While it's too early to officially call it quits, the signs are there. And they're not looking good. Rachel Zegler's next moves will determine everything. Will she retreat, reflect, and rebuild her reputation? Or will she double down, alienating even more fans and peers? Because in Hollywood, you're only as good as your last hit. And this wasn't a hit, it was a crash landing. So, is Rachel Zegler truly cancelled? Or can she rise from the ashes like so many stars before her? Tell us what you think in the comments. Smash that like button if you love a little Broadway drama, and don't forget to subscribe, because the stage is never empty, and the tea is always hot on Broadway Drama.